Hey guys, so today I want to talk about Neuzeit DROP. Thomas sent us this amazing MIDI brain a few months ago. We've been working on it, exploring different ways we can integrate it in our setup, and it's been amazing. It's been really great because this was kind of like the missing piece in our setup. We have everything connected basically to drop, and from drop to everything else. So in terms of connection, drop has a lot of inputs and outputs. As you can see, we have 4 MIDI TRS outputs and 4 MIDI TRS inputs, and we can change it to MIDI A or MIDI B basically by switch back there for each of the channels. And then you have 2 USBs that you can set up here and connect your or power up your device, like for example NanoBox Set, right, our main drum set here. Beside that, you have 2 main layers on drop. As you can see, there are 4 rows of 8 knobs. Each can be set to a different destination, and you can load up different presets. So basically on our setup, because this is the main control here, we have set up our main mixer, which is BlueBox, the BlueBox Mixer there, on drop. So we can control the main mixer from drop using custom parameters like low cut and high cut on the main mix, or control of the level of the each channels. Or low cut on each channel, high cut, reverb send, and a delay send. One of the interesting features on drop, so let's say I want to solo my drums. Apart from the kick drum on boom, I have my NanoBox on layer B. I've set up 8 of my voices here, pretty much the same parameters here. We have the level control, we have a filter, we have a decay control, reverb send, and delay send. For each of the voices. So let's say I want to have something like this. If I like this sound, maybe add 1 snare here. I want to have this as a preset or as a snapshot. Maybe I want to come back to this setting without touching it, or maybe just by 1 tap. So I'm gonna click on save here. Let's save this as a snapshot here on top, on the right. So this is saved as a snapshot. So let's make something else. Let's something maybe entirely different. Something smaller. Maybe I want that snare to be a little reverb actually, and a delay. Something like that. So let's save that also as a snapshot. Now let's move between them and enjoy. See the knob movements. The lights are changing and it goes back to time. It's a very interesting moment in your setup that you decided to save this. And that can be set also as time. You can change the duration of the record. Maybe instantly. Or even up to 1 minute if you're gonna wait that long. Then maybe you decide to come back and then get bored, make it 30 seconds and even faster, so you can manually change it. Then go back to this one. Or maybe you want to schedule a drop for this. You can decide maybe 32 bars from now, maybe 1 bar from now, maybe 2 bars from now. It goes to the next one. So the drop happens. And it can go really wide. So one other interesting feature here, apart from recording drops and maybe even chaining them and grouping them, is the fact that you can actually set up all of your devices here, set up all of your instruments here. For example, on the menu there's a device section. You go to this section and then there's 8 possible slots that you can use to set up or introduce different devices. For example, here my first one is actually the Apex sequencer, which is my main sequencer right now. It's connected to the TRS1 input. So basically I'm receiving input from Apex on TRS1. Then when you come back here, there's a lot of features that you can change or filter. Then there's a merge feature here. Right now I'm merging Apex with Array 2. So whatever I have here, whatever control I can create on the Array 2 comes back to my drop controller and gets merged with the Apex sequences. And I can maybe do crazy mixture of controls and sequencing here. Then when I come up here, the next device is the NanoBox. Actually, the NanoBox is connected to the second USB, which is USB 2. You can see a green tick here. It's completely recognized it, and I'm basically sending MIDI to NanoBox. So how am I doing it? What am I using to sequence NanoBox apart from the clock? So when I come here, there's the Apex again. So I'm merging it with the sequences from Apex, but I'm filtering all of the MIDI channels except channel 15. So I can have my MIDI here. See, if I filter that one too, I don't have anything else. Just to simplify things, and I'm just keeping 15. So I can come back to here and control my drums. Also, my layer A is actually my BlueBox Mixer, which I have all my channels here. I have control over everything. Mutes. Levels and the low cuts. So I have 2 snapshots here, one with a low cut. Let it drop and come back. Slowly bring up the devices. Maybe with a shorter time next time. Now let's delete these drops here. And create some more. So one of them could be something like this. So let's save this as a snapshot here. Now let's make a open version. Same thing. Save this one too as a snapshot. And then move between them. We can see the blue box is changing when I change the snapshot. So instead of changing a lot of parameters, you can change a few. And of course, when you want to create a drop, when you want to map something, you can decide what to activate and what not to activate. So when you click here, the green ones are activated, the red ones are not. If you want, you can activate them. Otherwise, it doesn't matter where they are. It's not going to save those knobs for positions. And then let's move back to some other voices. Slowly bring up the rest of the voices. Maybe control the A output of my Excellon, pump up the acid, maybe send some reverb, bring back the kick drum, some delay. Solo the acid bass, maybe. Add some more. Back the kick drum. Back to the drums. Maybe record some snapshots. Save new ones. Move between them. Add new ones. Maybe on the blue box. So the whole process is really simple. You just come to the mapping page, and between these pages, you can basically start simple, initiate and initialize it, and start from scratch, load up different presets. Or maybe, for example, when I go to mapping, basically, if you see here, let's say the first fader here, you can activate it or not. You can change the color, you can change the name. Then there are a lot of details that you can change here, CV, you can relate it to different outputs, and then you can change it, maybe what device it's going to interact with. For example, a NanoBox. This is going to work with NanoBox, which is on channel 15, and it's going to be a CC. Message type is CC, and CC is 41. The rest 42, 44, 4, 43, and so on. Then when we come down here, you can change the minimum and maximum amount, the curve mode. I don't know, and I think Thomas is going to add a lot of more things. He's working really hard. So a lot of new firmwares and updates. Then when we go to the next one, to this one, let's say, it's the same thing. The color is different, and it's going to BlueBox instead of NanoBox. And mapping is pretty easy here. It's a piece of cake. So when you come here, there's a CV configuration. You can change the behavior of the CV outputs. It could be clock, it could be some different CV settings. Then there's a remote here that you can, I think, add 2 drops together in the future and go crazy. Then there's a setting page, and you can change the, for example, duration of your drop here. And then you can change, maybe save the project or not, or load up DAW in it, or some presets here. Anyway, without drop, this wasn't possible. Using drop, we've been able to control everything in the setup and connect everything together with the lowest latency, because basically when you click here on the, for example, shift and clock, you can change the source of the clock signal, the source external MIDI, or it could be, for example, CV clock or something else internal. And then when you come down here, you can change the device here, what device should be the source of the clock. And then there's the compensation.